Here to weigh in is P-Rae Easley, Chicago Red founder. She's one of the women in the MAGA hats Trump was talking about today. Also with me, Brandi Kruse, independent journalist you just saw speaking at the president's Antifa roundtable. P-Rae, let's start with you in Chicago. So this Biden appointee judge rules that the National Guard cannot help there. Your reaction tonight?
That's okay. They're going to lose this case. The Border Patrol deserves to be protected. Currently, our local police forces are not stepping in, and they're getting hurt while trying to remove violent criminals from our city. And the reason that they want to keep them here is because illegal immigration is big business in the city of Chicago. The state of Illinois has spent $2 billion on their health care. Someone's paying for them to live. Someone's paying for them to eat. Someone's paying their lights, gas, and water. And then someone's getting paid to oversee that entire process. If the president is successful in getting them out of here, then where will those people get paid? So that's what we're fighting against, which is why even if the National Guard never comes, we want our president to send prosecutors to the city of Chicago to get to the bottom of this corruption, because we didn't deserve to have our tax dollars wasted like this.
Yeah, it's a lot of money shoveled over toward the illegal aliens, and we've been talking about this for many, many years on the Angle. Brandi, first of all, I want to tell you, your appearance was fantastic at the White House. Kudos to you. I loved every minute of it, and thank you for being out there and exposing it and talking about what you initially saw or thought about these so-called protests. Brandi, a Rutgers University professor who's known as this anti-fascism scholar, what a joke, says that he's leaving America. I know you're upset, so watch.
Since President Trump's executive order declaring Antifa a quote-unquote terrorist organization, I've received a number of threats really instigated by online provocateurs. And so I feared for my safety and the safety of my family by staying in our home, decided that it made sense to move to Spain.
Brandi, this is what it's come to, okay? These people are unstable and unhinged, it would seem.
Yeah, and look, it's interesting coming from the side that wants us to believe that Antifa isn't real. You know, if we get assaulted, we made it up. If we have incontrovertible evidence that we got assaulted, well, okay, you got assaulted, but it wasn't that bad. And even if the person who assaults us calls themselves Antifa, Antifa still isn't real. So he wants me to feel bad that, you know, nobody should feel unsafe in their home. Nobody should be threatened. But that's what we've been trying to say for 15 years. I've been assaulted by Antifa in Seattle for 15 years, even when I was a mainstream TV reporter, Laura. And so they downplay what we experience and then want us to feel bad when they're saying that they're experiencing threats and violence.
But Brandi, what about this argument that it's so decentralized? It's not like the Proud Boys. I mean, Proud Boys, I never see them anywhere. But, you know, saying that this is all overblown. There's little pockets here and there. But this idea that it's ISIS, I don't think anyone ever said it was ISIS, but it's not ISIS, it's not Hezbollah, and that's their argument.
It's classic deflection. And as I told the president and as I told the White House press pool, I don't care. I am over, Laura, trying to convince Democratic leaders in Washington state. I'm over trying to convince the media. And frankly, everyone on the right should give that up as a goal. If they know Antifa is a real thing. Antifa calls itself Antifa. Rose City Antifa has been an entity in Portland since around 2007. When I was down at the federal courthouse in June when they were assaulting it night after night because they hate ICE, they were yelling, "There's no cops here. This is Antifa land." But at the end of the day, fine. You know, if you don't want to call them Antifa, whatever. We don't want to prosecute ideology or ideas anyway. We want to prosecute activities and behavior, and that's what the DOJ should be focused on.
Yeah, I mean, I know the DHS secretary, you know, mentioned, you know, the terrorist networks out there and that there's similarities with ISIS and so forth. But I totally agree. It's deflection. P-Rae, do you think in your heart of hearts, and very quickly, that the people of Chicago, the majority of hardworking people, want safety returned in any legal way possible?
The people of Chicago are so happy right now. Thank you, President Trump, for sending us the help that we requested. We don't deserve this, and you're the only person who cared enough about us to take us seriously and send us the federal assistance that we've requested. I've never seen the people in the city happy like this.
Well, we gotta now see this appeal and see what happens after this Biden appointee stop the National Guard from being able to come to the city. P-Rae, Brandi, both of you, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.